Alrighty, good morning. Welcome to Bean Farms, Prepping and Wildlife, and some political comments. So I've been noticing a trend on a lot of discussions on YouTube about is there going to be a draft? And obviously people would be concerned about it, especially parents. Their kids, they're 16, 17, 18 years old. Would be something they would be concerned about. I understand why everybody is bringing this up. Number one, we got a lot of things going on in the world: Ukraine, Russia, and now you got, Israel and Palestine, Gaza going on. There's always a threat of China and Taiwan going at it, and then of course you always got North Korea making noise. That's one of the reasons people would be concerned and why the rumors would get started. And the other one is they're not meeting their goals. The Army, Navy, and Air Force are not hitting their recruitment numbers. I guess the Marines, the few, are the only ones that are. So that's the second reason people got concerned. My thought, my opinion is there's not going to be a draft. And here's why. You got an election coming up. And no Democrat and Republican is going to want to implement a draft knowing that probably would not get them reelected. Because you want to stop a draft, vote for the person who says, I'll get rid of the draft. As simple as that. So my feeling is no, there's not going to be a draft. I don't know how the rumor started. Lord knows we like our rumors. But number one, we're not actually fully engaged in any war at this time. That could change. And even though we're not hitting our recruitment numbers, we still have a sufficient sizable force to bear. I mean, even when I was in, there was a lot of gaps in the command structure. Where a team was supposed to have an officer, a higher ranking NCO, E6 or E7, a lower ranking NCO, sergeant, probably a specialist or two, and about 4 or 5 privates. Most of the time it consisted of no officer. The Spec 4 was filling that slot. Another Spec 4 or PFC was filling in the sergeant slot. And we had 2 or 3 privates, and that was it. As we were lucky. If we had 5 people in that track, you're usually supposed to have 7 to 9. And that most of the time was not the case. So this is not a sudden thing. Military has been dealing with this probably all their time. And the numbers are based on what we feel our global needs are. So for the rest of the year 2023 and for the year 2024, my opinion, there will be no draft. No politician would put their career at stake for that. So, now what could change that? A major false flag event. Now when I say false flag, I don't mean it's false, I'm just meaning it happened, and then a couple years after it happened, you look back and you see, wow, did they allow it to happen? It really could have been stopped. And why did they let it happen? And then a couple years after that, it comes out, oh, it happened because they wanted to have a reason to have a draft. Remember, every war we got involved into, World War I and World War II, is because of a major event that later on you'll find out that, well, that luxury liner was carrying ammo. So it literally was a legit target. You know, those little silly things like that. So, unless there's a major attack on our soil, which is probable, because you voted for people that are allowing our borders to be pretty much a one-way street into the United States without vetting anybody. I don't care how you think about it. Any country with an open border is unsecure, period. We're one of the very few that do this. So, remember this in 2024 when you vote. If there is going to be a draft, there would have to be some sort of major event, and it would have to be after the 2024 elections. So, stay alert, stay safe, stay strapped.